Howdy y'all. This is just going to be a quick video. I am going to do a highlight of one of the mods that is in the mod pack I'm using for this survival series. And yeah, so let's just hop right to it. Alright, the mod in question is the resource node mod. It adds these static drills. Now let's go ahead and we'll switch to this one right here. I can just take everything off this bar. And we will add this drill to my list. Alright, so let's get outside here. This particular mod, it actually adds 3 blocks to the game. These are functional blocks. They are actually really good blocks. You have the basic static drill, which I do have 1 or 2 of these already in use in the game here that I'm going to show. The static drill, I don't think I have one of these, but we might. I'll get back to that and we'll see. I do have some of the stations built on this world to kind of highlight what's there. And then the advanced static drill. The resources for these, even the advanced one, is not too far. It can all be obtained without having to get special materials. It's not super cheap, but it is pretty easy. So, the basic static drill, though, I mean, you can make one of these as soon as you land with parts you would get off your lander. It's really easy to make, and they will mine up resources such as stone with no real problem. The only thing you will see is these mining pieces. We'll just fly over here real quick. I have a basic static drill right here by my greenhouse. So you can see right now this is sitting on the grass. So if I turn it on, it's actually going to be farming up organic material. These things do have to be placed in the stone for them to pick up stone. Why is it still making noise? I've never had that issue before. That's alright. Probably a glitch on my game. So I'll fly over here real quick and I'll show you one that I have stuck into stone. Just over this way. So over here, this is, I believe, the advanced drill. Static drill. Nope, it's just the standard static drill. So yeah, this is the static drill, and it's functioning fairly well. If you look at the static drill, you can see it is picking up a little bit of stone right here. Every time that bangs, it picks up more stone, in theory. And the basic refinery that I have connected up here will just automatically process that stone that it picks up. So you can see my inventory is about 2/3 of the way full right now with iron, nickel, silicon, and gravel. So it's building up. Oh, I have a basic refinery. Oh, I forgot to take the basic refinery out of here. Yeah, so that does work pretty well for that. Now this mod is not really game breaking per se, because this actually draws material out in pretty good moderation. The first one we're going to look at is actually the iron node over here, and it is definitely, iron is the closest thing to being able to call it broken. I have a basic refinery, a refinery, and I do believe I have the advanced drilling station out here. Yes, this is the advanced drilling station. You can see it in action there. And it's full. It picks up iron quicker than you can use it because iron is so abundant and easily obtained. So I do have, and it's been running here for I don't know how many real life days or weeks. So it does pick up a fair bit of iron, but it's not really game breaking. And let's just pull out as much iron as I can. And you can see how quickly the container fills back up. And I'll just come out here and I'll drop that on the ground. It'll disappear after 5 minutes, right? Alright. But to show you that it is balanced, I'm going to come back over this way and I'm going to go see the gold node that I've got placed over here. Now this one is mining up gold for me and it's processing it. Now, a little bit later, we'll after we see the gold node, I will go over towards the base and I'll go over what some of the requirements are. You can see this is another advanced drill, and it has been running just as long as the iron node, and it's not nearly as full. This is probably a real life week that this has been running to produce 10K. It is not fast, which I like because it does not makes it so it's not game breaking, which is pretty good. And actually, I'll just come right up here and I'll point out that it does take a fair bit of power to run the advanced ones, but the power requirements do ramp up depending on which one you're using. I don't remember the exact power requirements, but you can see how this is placed over a in fact, I'm going to switch to creative real quick here just to make sure I don't fall and die when I run out of hydrogen. The node does need to be placed over a resource. So if I come down here, and I believe it's on one of my bars I have a drill. I don't have one in my inventory. This is a gold deposit here underground. You do have to place these drills over top of an existing resource to get it. You can see it's implanted in the grass. But the mod knows that if there's a resource under there, it goes for the resources first. Same thing if it's stone. So if this were a big stone bed here and I place this down, it wouldn't mine up stone, it would mine up gold or whatever resources below it. There's some logic there. I don't know the full extent of what the logic is, but basically it seems to look for a material, and then it looks for organics, and then it looks for stone. So depending on which one it finds first, that's what you'll get from there. Over this way I've got cobalt and silver over here. Magnesium produces magnesium powder probably about as quickly as the gold. But here's the silver node, I believe, and that is just running on a, maybe that's the cobalt. That is running on a simple one. Nope, that's silver. Now the silver has probably been running a week as well, and a real life week. That's not an in-game week. That's been straight the game up and running on my machine with this running in the background for a week straight. 61K. It's not fast by any means, so you may wind up needing to put several more in. This one should be the cobalt, and the cobalt is filling up. The iron has been running for probably 2 or 3 days, probably 2 or 3 weeks, and the cobalt has been running probably about the same amount of time, but the iron got emptied quicker. I do have over there a magnesium, silicon, all the resources. I have a node for them here. I had to find actual deposits to be able to make them. So let's go ahead and we'll go back to this. So you can see here that each of these is a rather nice model. They're simple models, but they do look rather nice. And yeah, you do need to place them down to be able to see all of the components, though. Now let's open up the box here. Oh, I thought I could see the power requirements in there. I guess I'm going to have to run over to this one to see the power requirements for this. Okay, so when it's on, it's using 200 kilowatts of power. So it's not too bad. It's very good for early game. So this works really well for a game where no voxel destruction is allowed. So that's pretty good. Pretty happy with the way it works out so far. And it does give you a nice readout here as to what actually is seen by the mod itself. So you can see, is it producing faults? And that should be true. So it is producing. It's in the ground. The inventory is not full. And the inventory is almost, it is essentially 0%. So let's turn it off again. And we'll just run back over here to the stone. And we'll see what the basic static drill, or not the basic, the regular static drill is doing. This is where I started at, which is why this has got an assembler on it and a basic refinery. Okay. Producing, true. In-ground, true. Inventory not full. It's using 648 kilowatts of power, which isn't too bad. And it seems to be failing on occasion because one of my wind turbines is broken. Real quick, we'll head up there and fix it just to make sure. Must have got struck by lightning. So, there we go. Let's make sure that doesn't change the amount of power it's actually drawing. Yeah, 648 kilowatts of power is what it's drawing. So that's not too bad. And this will fail. These lights will light up blue if the inventory is full, green if it's producing, and red if it's failing to produce. So it does have a nice indicator on there. All right, and we'll just head back up here to the gold because I do believe it's the closest one to me. I lost it. Where's the gold at? There it is. I knew it wasn't far. So we'll head over here to the gold and we'll see how much that one's using. I heard in the discussion forums on this that these are loud blocks. I heard that there was a chance to make them silent. I have not seen that option, and I don't see it here. So if there's a way to do that, I haven't found it. But you can see this has the same thing. It's producing. Oh yeah, and it also says the resource that it's extracting. But this is using 1.8 megawatts. So substantially more power is needed for this one to function. And it should be lighting up green on the other side. So you'll see it lighting up here. The indicators are rather plain to see. And it's not producing a whole heck of a lot, which I think is right, because this one's gold. But it says how much it's producing. Well, let's just go over here and see. Yeah, it's only bringing in like 3 or 4 well, looks like on average about 3 gold per tick. 3 kilograms of gold per tick. So it's not much. So yeah, I love this mod. I think it is awesome for a gameplay where you're not doing voxel destruction, which is what I'm going for here as much as possible. I did have to do a bit of voxel destruction to get to the stone over here and actually be able to place something to work. And I've done a little bit of voxel destruction over by my base, but these will extract every actual resource, whatever it sees below it. So this is full of ice right here. It should be... Actually, do the basics? Yeah, the basics do not have light indicators. But all the inventories are full, so it's not going to be producing anymore. So, yeah, this will pick up any resource it is placed under, and I absolutely love this mod. If you're trying to do a mod where you're not going for a lot of voxel destruction, this is a must-have. It is far more balanced than any of the gravel sifters or stone extractors that I've seen on the workshop. So it's not game-breaking like a gravel sifter is. Because gravel sifters will give you every resource, which doesn't work for a non-voxel destruction world. It just breaks everything. You're starting off immediately being able to get uranium and platinum when you're using a gravel sifter for that. So yeah, I absolutely love that mod. I think they are gorgeous modeling for what it is. I think they made the models look pretty good, and yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it's oh, and I didn't notice that. The basic one, at least, the drill pulls out of the ground when you're not using it. I must be having an audio glitch. I don't know why I'm still hearing that drill function. But yes, if you are interested in trying to not destroy your voxels, you should definitely give this one a look. This mod coupled with a refinery gives you a nice place to go and get your drones. Just go and pick up materials. My previous world that I was playing in, I had a cargo container and a pipe coming off to the side going up, and I would have all of the ores just piped into whatever drone went and landed there. So I had a drone designated for each resource, and as I'd get low, I'd push a button in my base and the drone would go pick up more. Looks like this one is full. So, sorry, yellow is full. I think I misspoke earlier. Yes. Yes, yellow is full. And this is my silicon node setup. I can just fly out here in my ship anytime I want to and pick up more resources. Before I do drop off of this, I should mention this does have an upgrade module here. And as of now, this does not seem to be working. Perhaps it's been updated and I've missed it. So I should probably just throw one on there and make sure. Let's go ahead and we'll throw a power module on there. Let's double check the amount of power it's using. I can't seem to click it. Okay. So we'll double check the amount of power that it's using. Advanced drill. Input power 1.8 megawatts. Okay. So we'll throw this on here real quick and we'll see if that drops. Okay. And we'll just go here. And no, it did not. This does not actually get affected by the upgrade modules. Which is a shame, but the fact that these are on here makes me think that the mod author is going to be upgrading this. Fingers crossed, he will. because I'd love to have a power module on here. Don't really need the yield module, although I would not mind having it on the gold and the silver. Platinum too, actually. The platinum produces very, very little platinum when you're using this, which is fine. That, like I said, I like that this is balanced. But a power module on here so that you don't have to rely on spotty solar energy and a battery bank when you're mining on the moon with these would be awesome. So, yeah. Again, I love the modeling on these. There's enough detail, but not too much. It does have. It does have. Sorry. It does have nice load states built into it. So, it's pretty good models. Get that back up and running. I should probably start it again. Nope, it's already going. Good. So, yeah, if you you should try this. And this is the first mod highlight video I've done, so if I've screwed it up majorly, please feel free to point out my flaws. Trying to get better. Alright, so if you like it, go out and check out the mod on the workshop and try it in your next playthrough. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Have a good one, guys.